All right, now that we've looked at what a time plot is, let's look at how to make one in Excel. So the data we're going to use is the average tuition and fees charged by public four-year colleges and universities for the 1980 to 2013 academic years. Now, one thing to note about this data is that they have adjusted the tuition prices for inflation. So in general, any variable measured in dollars is going to increase over time due to inflation. So they've adjusted these tuition amounts so that they reflect the buying power of the dollar in 2013. So in other words, they've kind of eliminated that aspect of inflation out of here so we can compare these tuition prices evenly. That way we know, has tuition just been slowly increasing to match inflation, or is tuition actually increasing more than inflation, and therefore the cost of college has actually increased over the last 30 or 40 years. All right, so let's look at how to make this time plot. What you want to do is highlight both the years and the tuition dollars. Okay, so you're highlighting both of those columns if you're making a time plot. And then the best way to do this, you need to go over to the insert ribbon. So the same place we've been going to make charts, and you want to go to the recommended charts. Okay, so that button is a pretty big one, and it's just to the left of the pie chart and the bar chart. And when I click on that one, what I'm looking for is the one that has dots for each individual data point, and then that most of the dots are connected with a line. So in this case, we have all of the data. We have no missing data points. So all of those points should be connected with a line. I'll say, okay, here is our chart. All right, so we need to adjust this chart title and put some labels on here. So we'll call this Cost of College. There is my title. And then I need to put some labels on these axes. So I'll go over to Add a Chart Element. We'll go to Axis Titles, and I'll add this one on the vertical. So the one that goes up and down. And this will be Cost in dollars. So it's good to put those units on there for quantitative variables so people know exactly how these things were measured and what they are. And then it's pretty self-evident. I don't necessarily need a label for the horizontal axis. It's pretty clear those are years. I could maybe adjust the title. I could say Cost of College, 1980 to 2013. Maybe that might make it a little more clear. But for all intents and purposes, there's our time plot. So that's all good to go. And then we have one more question to answer. So it says, what overall pattern does your plot show? Okay, well, it definitely looks like it's increasing. So there's no cyclical pattern, so no up and down, up and down, up and down, but this particular graph is increasing. So we would say that the cost of college has increased over that time period there.